new book alleges that after the Duke of Sussex yelled at his father in a heated phone contact, Charles disregarded Prince Harry's calls. Highly acclaimed royal biographer Robert Jobson describes how Charles became sick of the Sussexes' requests for money in an explosive inside account of the breakdown of the relationship between the now king and his youngest son. Harry kept in touch with the late Queen after leaving the royal family and called her frequently from California, according to what he said in Our King, Charles III. But the Queen was troubled when he kept trying to air his complaints. The Queen urged the Duke of Sussex to call his father, rather than engage in a debate with him out of concern for her reputation. Jobson was informed by a source that Her Majesty regarded Prince Harry's calls to be tiresome and bothersome. She would encourage him to speak to his father, since she didn't want to interfere with their father-son bond. According to reports, the phone discussions between Charles and Harry were heated, with the Prince of Wales frequently being pressed for more money. The Duke of Sussex ultimately lost his temper because of his frustration with the situation. Jobson claims that Prince Charles abruptly stopped answering Harry's calls after his son yelled at him and demanded money many times. Charles said that he wasn't a bank when the Queen questioned him about why he hadn't caved in. Despite the conflicts, the current king still has enduring love for his son, according to the book, which even claims that the monarch frequently speaks favorably of the Duke and Duchess in discussions with advisors. The usage of the names the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has allegedly been discussed at the highest level, according to Jobson's book. The king is said to be against it, but other top royals are less forgiving, according to the author. In the end, if Harry keeps criticizing the monarchy, Charles will be put under more pressure, despite his unwavering affection for his son. The king would then have to decide whether to let the stain spread over his reign, or take steps to curtail it. In other words, Harry and Meghan may end up being relegated to the status of Mr. and Mrs. Mountbatten Windsor of Montecito, California. So he called Queen Elizabeth II, not to see how she was, nor to make sure that she had the right people around her, but to whine about himself and his situation. And he wanted her, cancer-struck at 96, to mediate between himself and his father, and mediate not for the benefit of their relationship, but for money. Because as a middle-aged man he was still throwing tantrums and swearing he couldn't get his own way, instead of approaching it directly with his father as an adult. Not that a calm approach would make him any more entitled to his father's money. One commenter said, "I knew a woman like Harry. Even as a child, she always had a goal, and it was always outrageous. She would not hear the word no as anything but the opening gambit in a negotiation that she was going to win. She would chase her mother into the bathroom, and she would sit outside the bathroom door trying to wear her mother down, the mother weeping inside. She must have this and that and the other. It was essential, and many times her mother gave in." Her middle-class parents sent her to private schools. She received religious education along with academic formation, in one ear and out the other. She wheedled and charmed everyone on the staff. She broke the rules, and they insisted on holding her accountable. They started out angry with her and ended up laughing. She turned every legitimate confrontation into an episode of hilarity and fun, but never responsibility. She was never responsible. By high school, she was developing an appetite for luxury. If a frock came from a high street store, even if it fit her beautifully, it was not enough. She demanded luxury clothing, then luxury education, the luxury living accommodations as an adult, for her career, foreign travel, for her career, luxury everything, for her image, for her advancement, for her career. Her father, who was increasingly successful, held the purse strings, and her mother was able to overcome his resistance, so it was her mother she tortured, and continued torturing by phone call, even when she moved far away. When she should have been a responsible adult earning money, she was still demanding of her aging parents the luxuries that would enable her to compete favorably with others. Meanwhile, she had several lovers at a time, men she seduced for her advancement, for information, for influence. As soon as she saw a man who could help her, she targeted him. She discarded another, all for her image, her advancement, and her career. She ended up with a prestigious career, at a prestigious address, both parents gone, their money in the bank account, and she is still disappointed that they failed to give her everything she deserved. If only they had befriended such and such, I would have had more. If only they'd maintained their relationship with this wealthy relative, I would have had more. But my, if she is not smugly looking down at those who did not choose her path to advancement. She was born to use people, and no amount of training and education could ever inculcate a sense of morality in her. I would say Harry and Meghan are peas in that pod. Nothing will change them. The only thing one can do is say, you are now an adult, and I have given you the finest education and connections my money could buy. It is now up to you to earn your way in an honest profession or trade, like all the other people around you. The child will inevitably blame that kind, hard-working, well-meaning parent for the depths to which the child will stoop to get by, because hard work will not be part of the picture, not unless it is prestigious. If, as an adult, the child falls in with the wrong crowd, or turns to pastimes illicit, illegal, or immoral, it will be because the parents did not do enough to launch the child into the stratosphere to which they felt they should have belonged. One insider commented on Harry's behavior. Manipulation and abuse go hand in hand. They're successful at their long history of abuse due to their ability to manipulate, especially Harry. He's manipulated William and Charles for years with his instability, drug use, and mental health struggles to get his way continuously. He knew they wouldn't rock the boat too much, or else he could rampage again. Anything to keep Harry calm and stable. And you don't see his manipulations? He published a book and sat in front of multiple cameras manipulating millions of people with his thought-out lies, victim scenarios, and half-truth narratives. Harry loves it when people overlook his manipulative behavior. Hell, he banked on everyone overlooking it in the Oprah interview, Netflix series, and his own book, too. It was as subtle as Thor's hammer. That wasn't the abusive Harry, that's the manipulative Harry. If people don't see it, they're not paying attention. What do you think of Harry's despicable behavior towards the late Queen and King Charles? Let us know your thoughts below in the comment section. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.